stir up the muck. Well, you can stir up a lot of muck with that master cleanse, and that muck ain't exactly like alkaline substances. You know, it's not exactly like stirring up kale residues or something, right? Or lettuce residue. No, it's like really toxic, carcinogenic stuff that we've accumulated in our life, and we have to be very careful with cleansing. And one of the great neutralizers in cleansing is green superfoods, green powdered foods and vegetable juices. So what we really recommend when people do the master cleanse is, okay, you can do that, don't use maple syrup, put that out, put honey in, because honey has enzymes in it. Honey's the highest enzyme food in the world. How many people do that? I mean, honey's number one in enzymes, period, out of anything in Mother Nature. So you put that in there because the enzyme process helps to break down and break everything up. Put a little Celtic sea salt in there so you get some salts in your diet so you don't go into low blood pressure, which can happen when you're cleansing. And then you get some vegetable juice in on the other half of the day, a celery-based juice of some sort, maybe celery parsley, celery cucumber parsley, celery lemon cucumber parsley, something like that. And then that way you kind of buffer the acidity, because vegetables buffer acidity, and herbs buffer acidity, and green superfoods buffer acidity. So you can, on the second half of that day, use some of those things. Green powders are excellent in water. Just green powdered superfoods, throw it in the water, stir it up, and drink that. And you have a buffer so you don't actually hurt yourself when you're detoxifying yourself. This is actually way more of a significant issue for our generation than previous generations because we're more toxic. We grew up already inside 3 Mile Island. You know, we're already right in the middle of the nuclear disasters that are going on. And so we gotta we gotta be much more careful. A friend of mine, I was talking to him from the UK, and he said, you know, I got an interesting observation I want to share with you. He's been a raw foodist ever since I met him 10 years ago. And he said, I got an interesting observation I want to share with you, and that is people who were raised and actually built their tissues up and were completely in adulthood before World War II are actually much stronger over here than people who were born after World War II. And he said, I've just been walking the streets, I've been noticing that. And that's true. That's true, because especially in England, I mean, you think we're an environmental problem over here? We ain't even, I mean, they're 60 years ahead of us at least in trouble. They are in serious trouble on many different fronts. No pure water, no forests left, no natural resources, nothing. We got it so good over here compared to them. And minerals in the soil, they've been depleted out of minerals for 70 years, 80 years. It's been gone that long. I mean, at least here it's kind of like, well, you know, it's still pretty good, isn't it? It is really good over here compared to anywhere in the world. We are so lucky. And now it's like, okay, now we got to take advantage of it. We got to take advantage of it, or else it's going to pass us by.